Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Stephanie Coker here, and it is another episode of Me, Her, and Everything Else. Thank you so much for all the love. Yes, I've been seeing all the comments, all the likes on YouTube and on social media. Thank you. And don't forget to keep listening and subscribe. All right, so on this episode, I have with me two amazing women who are so great at their craft. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But today, we are going to be talking about Bridezillas. That wow was silent. You guys were like, wow. Like, can we really talk about this? Ennieyapha and Bisola of Trendybee. So tell them, who are you?
Do you want to start first? So I'm Eniola Ennieyapha makeovers. I do makeup mostly for brides.
Traditional brides, mostly for traditional brides.
I do both.
But you have that, your own vibe is very...
That's what everybody says, that it's traditional, but really I do both.
You do, okay.
All right, my name is Bisola Bora, also known as Bisola Trendybee. I'm the founder, creative director of Trendybee Elite Events, and I create jaw-dropping events, I create experiences, and I make your dream experience or visual come to life. I bring them to life, basically.
That is such a great ad. There needs to be you need to do that and put it on your highlights on your IG. That is it. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. So we're talking about Bridezillas, and I just want to start off by saying, I'm married. But you did my makeup.
Yes, I did.
My traditional makeup, the wedding makeup, and I wasn't a Bridezilla, was I? I just want to let that be known first.
No, you were not a Bridezilla. You were calm.
Because some people, Lola Ude,
she was actually calm. No, you were calm. And then when I got in, she was eating and all that. So, but she told me, I don't want too much makeup. I want to look like myself. That's what she told me. And then we gave her that.
Yeah, and I'm going to pay you later. Thank you so much for not making me look like a bridezilla. But yeah, so we're talking about bridezillas, and Nigeria, obviously, we're known for big weddings, for very lavish weddings. The makeup is always, to the tens, the outfits, the event space, the decor, the food. Now, a lot goes down behind the scenes and in the wee hours of the morning. A lot of brides are, losing their minds. Some are cool. But what have been your experiences with brides? Let's say where should we start? Because it's from when you meet them, how do you know if this bride is going to be a bridezilla or not?
Okay, do you want to start or do you want me to go?
You can start.
Oh, okay. When you told me the topic Bridezilla, my heart started beating. I'm like, oh my God, really? I'm not going to pretend like I've not had my share, but I'll say the times when I've had that experience was more when I first started, my early years, because now it's more okay, people have seen my work over the years, and I'm going to be 10 years in the industry this year. Yes, over the years. So most times people that actually come to hire our services are pretty much people that understand how we work, and there's already that love for, oh my God, I really want to work with this person. Right. I trust whatever I see she tells me to do. She's basically aligned in thoughts, and it's not we'll clash.
So are you saying they're on their best behavior because it's you?
So I mean, most times, most brides come to me because they know I'm going to give them, I'm adding value to them. Not they're telling me what to do. When I first started, because obviously you're not as popular, people don't really know whether they can trust you as much with you bringing their vision to life. It's more of, first, you might even clash because first, they don't yet understand what your brand is about. They probably want to, because for me, most people that come to me already know that, okay, with Bisola, I definitely want that extraordinary touch. I want that trendy touch. I want something that will stand out of this world. Those are the type of clients I attract. So when they come to me, they literally trust me with that. But early period, I had to realize that, it's not about what I want, it's about what my clients want and how I have to add value. So in the early period, I did have one or two clash with a few people whereby, they're probably saying, obviously I'm supposed to be the expert. I'm the expert. And they feel like they know it all because of what they've seen on maybe YouTube or on the internet. Meanwhile, it's not really working for them and you're trying to advise them and you're kind of like clashing.
Heads, yeah.
So it's been different experiences earlier on, where, for example, a particular bride wants a particular makeup artist, and maybe they've seen that makeup with someone else, and on that day, maybe they don't really like the way it looks, or they don't like maybe you've already even told them that this person, are you sure you want this person to be the one? But they're like, oh no, they're really adamant. This is the person I want, and on that day, they're not really excited about the attitude, the way the person treats them, or even the bridal train. Because
that's a whole nother story. The bridal train, a whole nother story. But with makeup artists, so what's the process? So do you guys have like makeup trials?
Yes, we do have makeup trials. Some come to us to ask. We ask some if they want it. But most of the time, when we do it, we already know, okay, this is the skin. This foundation goes with this person's skin. So when the person comes in the morning, I already know what to do. I'm not struggling to mix and all that. But most times, because of experience, so if I don't do the trial, already when I see a bride, when I see your skin, I know what to do. I know what to mix. I know what to put in your face. Do you understand? But you need to ask. Most of the time, I ask my brides, what do you want? How do you want to look? Do you want someone to be the full glam and someone really subtle? Do you get? So I will ask them, and then if you tell me you want subtle, I do subtle for you. Do you understand?
So have you had? Because the thing about brides is that sometimes they're a bit indecisive, and they feel like they want, as you said, they want something. And
some of them don't know what they want. Some of them listen to friends like, oh, this is how you will look. This is how we want you to look, not how you want to look.
And even trends.
Yes. So, and because of the trends too, so they don't decide on time. Like we've had brides that will book us and then will call us later to tell us, oh, my auntie or somebody got me a makeup artist, please can you refund and all that. And then we're telling you, you're already ready that we cannot refund. We're sorry. And then they'll tell us, okay, can you do the bride's mom or can you use it for this one or the bread or the friends, that kind of thing. So they don't know, that person doesn't really know what she wants. Do you understand? Because someone else is advising her that, oh, this person, maybe, I don't know, whatever it is, I don't know what reason they'll have to change their mind. But I feel you don't know what you want. That's why you're coming back to me to tell me, oh, somebody else paid. Do you understand? We've had like 1 or 2 cases like that. So, but I know how to manage them. Some will tell you, oh, they don't refund at all and all that. But I just try to... let me not say nice, but I just try to, not nice. It's not being nice. I just try to like overlook 1 or 2 of them. Like overlook, do you understand what I mean? No? Sometimes you don't just refund like that and be like, oh no, you don't just say, oh, I'm not refunding. Because they have friends, do you understand, that will call you. So I don't want people to say, oh, I don't want them to badmouth me.
Yes,
or, they do that a lot in the industry. Yeah. I've had brides come to me that, though she used me, but she told me my friend said I should not use you because, you told me one time that because she doesn't allow friends.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't allow friends to come into the room while I'm working. Yeah. And that's why she doesn't want to use me.
A lot of women are just indecisive when it comes to their wedding because of the outside influence that they have. So as you said, like, I totally understand it because an auntie or mum can be like, don't do this brow on your wedding, or don't wear this lipstick, or you can't. So then you're now like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that, or maybe I shouldn't wear this dress because it's exposed. But this is what I want to wear.
That's why we tell them. I call my brides to advise them as much as possible. Don't let people come to your room when you're dressing up.
Yeah, your disclaimer.
Do you understand? I try as much as possible because it distracts us. Do you understand? Some people can't walk where there are a lot of people in the room. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
I get where she's coming from.
And then because of time, you were looking at time, you want to meet up with 10 o'clock service. Do you understand? If there are a lot of people in the room, they'll distract you. And time is going. Every minute counts. So and that's why I advise them that even if your planner, the bride's assistant, and maybe one friend.
Yeah, no, so
understand?
maybe what the maid of honor, that could actually be their job to guard the
You know,
door.
but they don't listen. You will get to the room in the morning and then you'll see friends on the bed.
This is really your pet peeve.
Do you understand? And everybody, and then I'm smiling when I get in. Good morning, good morning. And then I'll call somebody out. Do you understand? Or maybe I'll call the bride. Some of them are actually very understanding. Please, can we get as much as, can we, reduce people from this room? Maybe just 2 or, and then she'll call her friends and then they'll really look at you like, Do you know that kind of thing?
It's
Trust me, this is how it is. They will look at you like, oh, she just chased us. They will even say that they've chased us. So, that kind of thing. But as much as possible, be nice, smile and say it so that they will say, oh, she's rude. Because that's what they'll tell you.
Referral.
The next thing is, oh, that girl is very rude.
So with the bridal train, so the bridal train is there to help the bride, but a lot of the time they are the ones causing the most problems and wreaking havoc. And honestly, I totally understand it because being up when I was a bride, I had so many issues, not so many, but I had an issue. And then somebody will say they don't like their dress, and then someone will say, "Oh, why are you picking this outfit?" And then they say, "I don't want my hair like this." Up to the point that I said, you know what, for my white wedding, I don't even want any bridesmaid. I don't want, because first of all, where you should be, you're not there. You're supposed to be helping me do this. You're not doing it. You're sitting, you're waiting for somebody to come and toast you. You're talking to men. My money is missing on the floor. Onilu, the life band, I pack all my money. You're supposed to be there. You're telling me your gilly will fall off if you bend down. Hello, am I supposed to bend down and pick my own money? So sometimes I just think that, what is the essence of bridesmaids? And that's what turns some brides into bridezillas, because the people that are supposed to help sometimes and support, they're not actually being supportive. They're probably adding to your problem or complaining, So, but what is your take? What do you guys take on bridal trains?
Can I just say one thing about that? Okay, so when some friends actually want to go, I say some are single, really.
That's okay
so some go because they want to be seen. Do you understand? They want to slay, they want to be seen. So what I advise is that maybe the planner should get somebody, like a group of people, to pick money. Sometimes, no, I've thought of it really before. No, it works so that you're together. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything is coordinated, not like you're fighting with one friend.
True. That's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, but
no. Let me
I just suggested. You are the planner, so
yeah. Well, okay. So regarding the bridesmaids, I mean, shout out to the amazing bridesmaids that
out to you guys. I love you, my friends.
Go out. You even see some of them. The chief, she's always on her toes. Yeah. She has her backup, her sandals, whereby she's still looking glam, but she's doing her thing and overly protective of the bride. Yes. Shout out to those ones. But you do have those ones that literally do not do nothing. They cannot be bothered. They nag. They are literally all about themselves. And when they don't look good, they try to make the bride
not look
feel
like inferior or something.
Yeah, they make the bride feel as if it's their fault.
Okay, yeah.
That they're not, looking as good as the bride intentionally made them look. A certain way, so that they are like followers. It's self-esteem issues, some of them. And that's why we always advise, pick your bridal party very well. Some people pick the wrong set of people because of color, trends. There's a particular look in terms of color, in terms
shape,
of, the type of shape, exactly, because they want to trend, because that's what people love to see. So it's all about that. When you're going for that, know that those ones are not going to work, because they also want to go there to get as many attention as possible, because they spent a lot of money. Some people will go as much as spending millions, just to look the way, and you're telling them to bend down and be picking your money. Hell no. Hell no, I want to make my money back. So, if you're going for those ones that can't be bothered, definitely, which is why, obviously, when you go for a reputable brand in terms of an event planner, they have, bridal assistants, they have people that actually come on board that morning just to make sure, and most importantly, making sure that you have a separate room completely from your bridal party. That is even the first thing, because if you have one with all of them together, which some people do because of budget, usually we always advise, have a separate room. The only person, like she said, that should actually be able to gain access just so that you keep the timeline is maybe the maid of honor and obviously the bridal assistant. And that person comes to just do the timekeeping. Oh, who's the next person? You get to see the bride after. Sometimes you even do the review with the bridal party where they are so excited to see the bride. Oh my God, you look amazing. But when they're all together in one room, it causes too much. You just be hearing remarks, oh, that eyebrow, you sure? You know how it is now.
Yeah,
It's too much
yes.
distraction, and the bride cannot take it sometimes because
Yeah.
they are really, really anxious that morning. So you want your bride to be as relaxed as possible. Obviously, these are things I learned over time, the hard way. Because at the end of the day, when you meet certain people, then you know, I always say challenges make you better.
Yes.
So you always learn from those things. So now I feel like I have the blueprints to making my bride totally calm, and most especially having an assistant that is not all about herself, very humble, you know, eye contact, relax. When the bride sees her, she feels relaxed and trusts her. You know, it helps her in packing. So there's some certain things that you have to do. Maybe later on, when we were talking about how to kind of calm bridezillas, you know, maybe I can chip in one or two things. But definitely, bridezillas exist and they can be very mean.
They do, yes, they can be very mean, yes.
and it can actually be influenced by picking the wrong bridal party, picking the wrong team.
Yeah, no,
picking the wrong planner.
Yeah, and also I think it's also, as we said, like the influences a lot of the time. Yeah, it's the influences. And also, how about the other side of the family? So your husband's family. Now, when we're talking about influences, what kind of advice can you give? Because, for example, let me just say for my own year, I was influenced. I was actually going to use another planner, but then I was influenced by someone on my husband's side of the family to use somebody else. And I had to go back to the other person. So, my, in-law said I should use this other planner. And I just felt like, I wish I didn't do that. Not like that. I mean, it was still good, but it was just like, okay, now I'm like, when will I ever use this planner now? Because I'm looking for a time to use that other planner. But how should brides take on like that kind of influence? Like, do you have any advice on managing influence from in-laws without seeming like, oh, you're the one that wants to do the whole party by yourself?
Okay,
because a lot of brides have that issue.
Okay, so I advise people that whatever you want, go for it. Because you will make yourself happy. At the end of, like you said now, but maybe naming ceremony.
Happy.
Yes, they maybe the next one.
Do they still have naming ceremony parties?
Well, they do. Or maybe your birthday. There's so many. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can always pick. But now she's feeling somehow that she didn't use. That's what I want you to. I don't want you to feel bad after the wedding. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
I don't feel bad.
No, not like feel bad.
But I know what you mean.
Do you understand what I mean?
When you have what you want to do, you should just really go for it and do it.
Go for it.
So
Don't like. You can say it nicely. You can always say it nicely. Okay, mommy. Oh, okay. Motini event and I'm you know, that kind of thing. Do you understand? You don't want her to feel bad. We paid already. So what are we going to do now? Do you have you be diplomatic about you have a way to, excuse yourself from that situation. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what I advise my friend. If a friend comes to me now that, use this stylist, use this one. Oh, I already spoke to her. I've given her deposit. Just say something. So, but if you now listen and then you don't like then you're sad on your wedding day. You're not happy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's what I advise. Always go for what you want. So that's it. So you can chip into.
I'll say from my own point of view, I would say, like she said, most times it's always good to go to where your heart is, because at the end of the day, you have to be aligned with that person. And the reason why you like that person in the first place is because you've seen some of the work they've done. You've probably had experiences at some of the events they've created, and you're like, oh my God, this is definitely what I would want. However, when you do have that influence, if it's possible to have that conversation, because a lot of brides, I see that happen every day. Even the grooms nowadays, they have a say. They say, this is what I want. Or they pick a day where it's about them alone. The parents can have one day, do whatever they want, hire whoever they want to hire, do as they will, and they're just there as guests, like the couple will say. But the other day is for them, and they pick whoever it is they wish or desire, and they have, so, but having that conversation is important. This is the most important day of my life, one of the most important day of my life. I really align with this person that can, in fact, let them understand that this is the only person you really want, that can create that experience that you desire. Because, like you said, it's supposed to be once in a lifetime. It's supposed to be. So why not just, make the most out of it? So if you can have one day to yourself, if not, some people are able to, even convince the parents that, you know what, just trust this person. See what they do. Because most times, the reason why parents or in-laws are like more adamant that you must use a certain person, maybe, based on history, this is the only person they've been using and they cannot break that chain when it comes to you. Or maybe because they've gone on social media and they've seen some particular aspect and they're like, this is the planner, this is the person I want my daughter to use or my son-in-law or something like that. Or they've gone to, they have a very influential friend that they're trying to please. You know? And they're like, oh my God, no, I can't offend my friend. You know, parents.
Yeah, no. And the thing about weddings in Nigeria and in other parts of the world as well, I'll say like maybe like India, is that weddings belong to the parents in a way. They shouldn't, but they actually belong to the parents. So when you're seeing some bridezillas, it's not obviously that, it's not from these influences from friends or bridal trains. It's actually the parents that are driving them insane because they are literally like, Mummy, I'm the one getting married. You're not the one getting married. Or Father, hello dear. This is not about you and your next contract. You know, and making yourself look good in society.
And your club.
And your club, you know. This is about my day. But a lot of them, it's like, no, they don't care. I give birth to you. This is the wedding we're having. We're having it here.
And I'm spending all the money.
Especially when they're spending the money.
How do you deal with that? Because the parents seem to think sometimes that because they're contributing most of the money, it's their day. Like, how do you deal with mumzillas and dadzillas? Because I'm sure you get one or two fatherzillas as well.
I always tell
Daddyzilla.
I tell my client that if you want 100% control, because you cannot be setting all the rules when you're not paying the bills. Do you get what I mean? So you have to compromise on one or two things. So you have to pick and choose which one are you compromising on. So if you know that, you know, everything is all about your parents, you have to go there and just plead with them, appeal. And
have you dealt with any mumzilla?
Oh yes, you know, they definitely want it that way. But like I said, over the years, I've been able to, my work speaks for myself. So most times I am able to show them, you know, based on experience. I love to use that word a lot, based on the experience of doing it over the years and showing them the consequences of not doing it this certain way. Or this is the repercussion that happens when they, you know, in a very nice, oh mommy, you know, very humble way, because Nigerian parents really love that respect. You know, especially Yoruba. Exactly. You're going very humble, regardless of even if you have planned the president's event, go there humble, to appeal to them and let them understand, see the reason, the value behind what you're saying. Because really, at the end of the day, they are actually really soft-hearted, most of them. And when you're able to turn them around, they respect you, they follow you all too, but make sure you don't mess up. Because if you mess up, that's the end of you. What's the worst thing? If you deliver, the jobs keep flowing.
I'm telling you,
what's the worst thing that like a mumzilla has done to you or said to you, or a daddyzilla?
Well, not directly to me, but maybe come and scream out, or, you know, she's okay. For example, one of the most things that have really caused a lot of stress over the years is access cards, strictly by invitation.
Oh my God.
Yes. When it comes to that, you see the real, well, shout out to the sweetest moms out there, but there are some momzillas, you know, they come, I remember one parent I met, she was so sweet all up to when we started talking about strictly by invitation. Oh, how am I going to tell my friends they cannot come? How am I going to, like, she literally thought I was like enemy number one. I was the one that was kind of influencing the couple to, you know, take that stand, because they wanted an amazing, classy wedding. You know, so I had to have that talk with them. You see, your parents are the ones spending this money and this is what they want. So we have to meet in the middle. What are you ready to compromise so we don't exceed the number? So we were able to compromise a few friends, and we had a separate event the next day to host as many people as they wanted to. It's about compromise. But if you're the one sponsoring your day, then they don't have a choice.
Really?
Yes, most of them don't, because they're not the ones spending the money.
You're still their child.
Yeah, but
this is my only child. Imagine, please, the only child. Like, the only child. Have you dealt with the only child? Like, the parents, that's their only child, and they're getting married?
Yeah, the difference in when they are the ones sponsoring it is that they feel like they are so powerful. And they can easily withhold if you don't listen. But if you're the one sponsoring and you've told them that this is what I want.
But there's emotional blackmail.
There is, but that's where the compromise will come in terms of, okay, so for example, if you're meant to invite 500 guests, for example, now, and you, out of the 500 guests, you and your husband are meant to get 250. After a while, you tell them that, you're only allowed to bring 100 people, both sides, and maybe the other people's siblings. After a while, they come to meet you and say, the 100 cards, your dad has taken everything. I don't even have one card to my name. One card. Imagine on my son's wedding. How? This and that. Bisola, I need access card. There's something you can do about it. My friends are coming in and they will come in. That kind of thing, you go and appeal to the couple. They have to release some cards. Maybe later on, bring more people at the after party. So we've been able to compromise.
That's another one. After party. So first of all, they want you. So as a makeup artist, they want you to stay all day. And I'm sure. Well, I guess you charge different for staying all day, right?
Yes.
And then as an event planner, they want you to plan this whole different type of setup. Now, how is it that you guys? How do you get the older parents to go? And the mummies and the daddies, and how do you tell mummy that please, your time is up? I'm no longer working with you. It's only the bride, because you're employed to do sometimes the mum and the bride.
That's complimentary. That's what I do.
Yeah, but how do you tell them? She can still come to you and say she wants to touch up.
What I tell them when they book me, I tell you, okay, the bride's mom is complimentary, or whoever you want. Some say sister. So when that day comes and I do the bride's mom, when they come back for touch up, I say, mommy, it's just once. Do you understand? Sometimes I just do it for her and then leave, but it's not like I must do it, because I've already told the bride that it is just one look for complimentary.
Communication is very key.
Yes, I always, when they book me, I ask them, do you have a planner? Because some of them will tell you they don't have a planner. Oh, my friend is doing it for me. And then I'll advise you. I'll talk about your ashoke. I'll talk about your dress. I'll talk about everything. Though I'm the makeup artist, but I ask all these questions. Who is your photographer? Who is your hairstylist? Do you understand? Yeah. You have to get good stylist, photographer. Everything works together. You cannot get a good makeup artist and then get a quack
photographer. You say your face
photographer. Do you know?
Overshot.
Do you understand? Even no matter how much I make you look good, the hairstyle will spoil the whole look, or the photographer will not deliver. So I talk about all these things and
ahead of time.
Do you understand? Okay. The first day. So the fact that I talk to them about it, they're already excited to book me. Do you understand? They're already like, oh, she's friendly, she's this, I really like you. Do you understand why? So that's how I communicate. I talk about everything. I tell them in details, this, that, so that day, there's no story.
What is the worst thing that you have ever heard or been told by a mumzilla or daddyzilla?
Okay.
No, go on.
Okay. So I'll say that earlier on again, there was a time the mom came to the hall. And I don't think she liked some of the things she saw in terms of the decor and all that. So she was really like screaming, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Meanwhile, that was exactly what she had picked, because she's the one that had the decorator. And I remember very clearly the decorator was pregnant. She was pregnant and she was tired. She was like, why are you sitting up? Before I knew it, she pulled the decorator's wig.
No.
I'm telling you, she pulled it. I was obviously standing beside her, and I could tell that if I did not move back fast, she looked like someone that would have been a bit vicious. You know, one of these parents and I didn't see that part when it was close to the wedding. That kind of very like controlling part of her. That was like one of the craziest ever, because she had literally pulled this lady's hair. He came out and the lady just started crying. Do you understand what I mean?
Gosh,
that was really mean. Yeah, that was mean.
Because a lot of vendors get dragged online these days, and it's because obviously social media is a platform for you to now air your grievances at one another. So
I talked about my own experience.
I know you got loads. I know for you, as an event planner, you know, I'm sure you've seen. I know you've never been dragged online. I'm sure you've seen a lot. You've seen a lot of event planners being dragged online.
Yes.
What's the worst thing they've done though?
Because this one was a long time ago. They have different ones, but this major one, this man. Okay, we're doing the makeup. When I just started, I was doing a bride. So he came to me and then he was like, oh, they were rushing. You know that rush in the morning for church. I think they were already late, or maybe they're not late, but you know, they want to keep to time. They want to go there 30 minutes before. So he came to me, stop that makeup you're doing right now. Stop that makeup. Daddy, I'm almost done. And then I'm rushing to this. You are the devil that wants my daughter to do this. You are the devil. I'm like, funny enough, the funny thing, it didn't really affect me, because I just understood that, okay, he wants to go to church. He wants his daughter to marry.
And you are the devil.
Seriously, I did not get upset at all. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened, but I was just
you
myself.
have to have a lot of emotional intelligence.
And then after that, you know, the mom used to call me and then he said he apologized eventually. That, oh, sorry, don't worry. I understand.
That's all he did. He just called you the devil.
That's all he did. And then he dragged the girl.
Wow.
They do that a lot. They will drag the girl in front of you. I'm like, well, me, I've done my own. Oh. You understand? I've tried. But sometimes we follow them to church, Me, I will run and chase my brides to the car to put lipstick. I go out of my way to do all these things.
It's like you guys need therapy, to be honest.
Yes,
really. I think wedding vendors in Nigeria definitely need to
and the way they treat vendors. I've seen it. It's not, I don't know.
Some
when you
people.
go to some, yes, some. Because when you go to, I have to go do touch up for brides sometimes.
Yeah, no, sometimes you drive all the way to another state.
We go there. Sometimes we stay, sometimes we just go back. So sometimes when we stay, you're just there sitting. Sometimes they don't provide rooms for us. Do you understand? We have to be in the venue. And then you're just passing by and then, they look at you. You don't expect anything, like food and all that. Me, I always say it, before I come back, I go and eat. So that when I get to the venue, but I've seen the way they treat some vendors. I think they should do better. Do you understand? No, really. I think they should. Do you understand what I'm saying?
They should do better because we're talking about this, but some vendors too need to do better.
Of course, I know that. Of course, I know that.
Because of the topic, I do get the fact that a lot of people are actually just not in tune with their human side.
Yes.
Right,
That was side.
Yeah.
When
So what advice would you give to brides that are about to get married and families, in-laws and whatnot? How can they, in a sense, do better? Yes, and also for the brides, so they don't turn into bridezillas. How can they, just like in a nutshell?
I'll just say hire a planner you're aligned with. It's too important. I don't chase. Like even when I don't. I'm telling you, like people that come for me come to hire me. Like they've seen my work. I just feel like put all the energy in pushing out all the work that you have done, the good work you have done, the feedback you have gotten, because I really, really make sure I get feedback. Most of the jobs I get are based on referrals. So most times when people come, they're already 80% sold. There's a thing of they're holding you in the highest esteem. So it's now left for you to now use the remaining percentage to now reinforce the fact that, okay, yes, you're really great at your work. So I personally I'm not the one to kind of, when I've come for this person, they give you the respect, they give you everything you want. That's why I said that over the years, I don't really have that issues of bridezillas. I'm not even trying to be, I don't really have it. But at the beginning, oh yes, I did. And I'll just say that things that definitely made me do better, and also obviously my own brides, is just first and foremost making sure that you're in alignment with your bride from the beginning. So understand her brief. It's not about just collecting money. Some people are just only about the money. Over the years, I realized that it's the quality of your work that will speak for you.
Yes.
And that was what will bring more money. How about that?
True.
How about that?
True.
So
that's the way it is. That's what I tell people.
They don't even understand what the bride wants. They just see, I'm getting married. Immediately, I'm available. And some people are overbooked, so they don't even spend time with the bride.
Yes.
So I'll say that be aligned with your planner. Make sure that she understands everything that you would want. Vice versa, you understand her service. If the planner is one that does 2 events in a day, know about that. If it's a planner that only does 1 event in a day, be in agreement. How many times are we going to meet? Would there be a group where we chat every day? Have the conversation. So you're not building up, issues. And on that day, you're like, you see, if you had my time, if you did this. You understand?
Because some people need more time and they need to be like their friend during that period.
Affirming them is a love language. That's another thing I definitely do. I learned that from the beginning when I'm having my conversations. What are those soft spots? What are those things that sometimes you need to just be stroking their ego? You guys
You're the prettiest bride in the world.
In terms of spending money.
Oh, okay.
That's when you take the groomzillas. Money and their drinks. Oh no!
Oh, don't play with me. Sorry, we were about to round up, but let me just say one thing out here. Don't play with men and their drinks. See, the funny thing is you have brides that are trying to like manage. They're just like, okay, you know what? We have this budget. You can go to some men. They say there's no budget. You say, there's a budget. I said, no, there's no budget. I said, no, there's a budget. There's no budget. You know why there's no budget? Because when they want to buy their drinks is like times 2 of your decor, your dress, everything put together. You just see that they spent 30 million on drink.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and you be confused. Because they'll say, a lot of men think that what makes a party is the alcohol and the music and, well, the women, I guess. But that drinks thing, there's no budget when it comes to drinks.
So I'll say, be aligned with who you're planning. Be aligned with your vendors. Don't just go by just social media. This is the most popping. friend on social media, find out about them. There are a lot of people that, they are good, but they just need to learn one or two things. Customer service.
Yes.
Those basic things matter. You need to understand if this is the person you're dealing with. The person is good at their work, but they have a nasty attitude. So are you ready to go with that person and be patient?
Yes.
Right.
Even though you're the one spending money. Oh God.
Yes,
But yeah, I mean, so many points, but then I hope you can pick one or two things from that.
So for brides, for makeup, I would say that you talk to your makeup artist. You need to be friends with your makeup artist. Tell them what you want from the first day. Do you understand? So talk to them. Let them advise you about the hairstylists. They've worked with a lot of vendors, photographers and others. I've had events where the bride they'll have like 2 or 3 photographers. They'll be fighting. Hey,
to take pictures in the morning.
I'm telling you to take pictures. And most of the time, when we have too many vendors, too many people in the room, makeup artists cannot really do anything. They'll be confused. I say it a lot. You'll be confused. Then the time will go, and they always blame the makeup artist if the bride is late. It's a makeup artist, so it's a makeup artist. There's always so I try as much as possible. Avoid a lot of crowd in your room. Your parents, as much as possible, don't stay in the same hotel with them.
Exactly.
Don't stay in the same hotel with them. Let them come after to take the family pictures. Jonathan, even your friends, let them come after to take pictures. Jonathan, just give them a time. Meet me so time. Then you know you're done with everything. I know you want the ginger. You want them to hype you. Oh my, do you understand? But really, the time will go. At the end of the day, you won't take all these pictures. You won't get any picture at the end of the day. Do you understand? And
because of the rush.
Because of the rush. Or when you get the picture, your face is already looking somehow, you're stressed. Do you understand? And all these people that call you for, they did not bring the drink, so you know that is. Don't pick all these calls. Just let them, somebody else. If there's no drink, it's okay. At the end of the day, you're going to your husband's house. Your pictures too matters a lot. Do you understand? So fine face, fine hair, good photographer. The planner will do the whole arrangement and the whole setting up for you. So please.
Yeah. That's a good one. Because that's one thing as, the brides and the bridezillas, one thing they need to remember is that, the wedding is just for one day. And everybody says this, like, wedding is just for one day. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't spend money. Spend money, enjoy your day because you're supposed to have it once and you should do whatever it is you want to do. But do remember that those pictures and those videos, that's what's going to really last. And you're going to want to show people and stuff like that. So you should take certain things into consideration, like your makeup and your pictures. So have time for those things and don't get distracted from that because those people that didn't eat, they'll go home, they'll eat. Those people that didn't drink, they'll go home, they'll drink. Even if you buy all the drinks in the world, all the food, one person is going to say, there was no food at that wedding.
Yes, true.
And you as a bride will not be like, oh my God, they didn't eat. Meanwhile, another person will say that they had 5 plates of food. Do you know? So just take it easy, girl.
Exactly.
And as you say, you're going to your husband's house.
I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you're going to your husband's house. So that's it. So
definitely remember to smile, like you said.
All the time.
And memories.
Do you know we've had situation where bride and groom will come back for shoot because they didn't get pictures. They'll come, they'll wear they'll wear the same thing, they'll come back. So as much as they're spending extra money because they'll still pay the photographer, they'll pay extra. So,
but that's a good tip though. I mean, if you're too late and you already ruined your wedding, you can wear your clothes again
and then do a shoot.
Yeah.
If you have the money.
Yeah, I mean,
do you understand?
Makeup artist here, and even you can help them decorate.
Yes,
Thank you so much for coming on Me, Her, and Everything Else. Round of applause for my amazing guest.
Thank you for having us.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and keep listening. We will see you on the next episode. Bye.